Hello, and welcome back to Loud and Pretty Average Gaming. This is part 21 of the Grimoire series of Destiny, and in this video, we'll be reading about Osiris. What drives a warlock to madness? Ghosts choose those suited to war and heroism to be reborn. By nature or circumstance, they go to battle against the darkness, and through this battle, they learn how to use the light. But warlocks, by their nature, fight a second, internal war. This is the war to understand a universe of secrets. A world that expects guardians to fight without full knowledge of what they are or what they might hope to achieve. You were a mighty warrior. I watched you at 6 fronts and heeded the call of Saint 14 to appoint you vanguard commander. Even when the Concordat claimed to have records proving you were a golden age experiment, misincarnated as a human by an inept ghost. Saint 14 assured me you were just a man without much patience for obfuscation. I watched you as you grew tired of strike missions and the grueling, unproductive sessions with the Cryptarchs. That was when I took you under my wing. I saw our future in you, but your curiosity was voracious. How much of a guardian's personality and memories were true? How much had been fabricated by the ghost? Did guardians share particular personality traits? A willingness to yield to authority? A tendency to do anything anyone asks for the promise of uncertain rewards? A blind knight-errant mentality? Had the Traveller manufactured all of you as living weapons? I admit, I found your questions divisive and disloyal, and I feared you might be capable of breaking our unity when the city's position had grown so tenuous. Why divert attention away from the Traveller, our only hope? And then it got worse. Dabbling in Thanatonautic, a Humkara lore, chasing after Zur and the tricks of the Nine. Launching expeditions into the Reef and beyond, at a time when ships were irreplaceable. Your quest split guardians along ideological lines. This was your greatest crime. Hunters chose to pursue your vision instead of protecting refugees. Titans assembled teams to chase the legendary Vault of Glass instead of striking at the Fallen. And warlocks turned away from the study of the Traveller in favour of your ultimate obsession, learning the exact nature of the darkness. When debate became argument, and argument became acrimony, I realized you'd become a cult personality, attracting guardians who wanted a clear idea of why they were fighting, what they faced, and how they would ultimately win. I don't know where you have gone, but I can no longer send ghosts out to find you. Some came back with tales of your death, or how you went seeking answers from far reaches of space and time. That you found a way to explore the Vex gate networks. That you've made breakthrough after breakthrough as to their origins. Theories that a guardian could not be simulated, that the Traveller might be an ontoformer or a god incubator, that the Vex had diverged into multiple groups in order to secure an end state for every possible configuration of reality. I fear you have become as obsessed with the Vex as Toland was with the Hive. I've heard your own insane prophecies about pits and dead Hive kings, and of Crota, which now I cannot deny. I heard stories of Lord Shax, meeting with fire teams of warlocks who have no shadow and never blink. Of jump ships slipping into the reef on cold trajectories and meeting no intercept. Of questions hidden in matter engrams, and answers decrypted on battlefields. Perhaps you are still out there. If this reaches you, I would very much like to speak with you, to hear your theories in your own words. Perhaps, what drives a warlock to madness is truth. Disciples of Osiris. Encrypted. Champollion. Algorithm V4. Key VANC. My brother. Despite all of Shax's work with the Crucible, we must accept the Tower may never be ready to accept the trials. But, as many guardians flock to the reef, we are suddenly presented with not one opportunity, but two. Go to the reef. Tell guardians your story. Give passage to any guardian that requests it. If the Tower learns of this, do not fear. If they know of the trials, the Tower will not suspect you of any other motivation for dwelling so close to the margins between light and dark. Your sister, Feora. Vision 47. The first comes in a shadow. A window becomes a door, an ebb becomes a gulf. The second comes in bones. Tithes, offering feasts, carrying laws. A path torn, minds shattered. The third does not come alone, it cannot. our truths woven into their being, desires beyond our own. The first needs the second to fail, the third needs the first to succeed. The second will never cease, yet the first always prevails. The third is born of all outcomes, unless all ends flow from the same pit. Vision 81. This journey begins with doubt, and ends in solace. One by one they fall, and you realize you are alone. There, in the shadow of night, you see the world splinter, the darkness thrive. And you fight, with more than your light. You use your pain, the way it gained its ground. But you never wavered, you never believed. You loved her, how couldn't you? Listen, that's her calling you back. But you know now that is where you will die. Thank you for joining me through this video about Osiris. In the next video, we'll be reading about the legends and mysteries of Destiny. Until then, I'll see you next time.